Adrian, probably not the desired result today. I'm sure it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's not the result we wanted. I was pleased with the performance though. I thought, especially in the first half, we caused a lot of problems for the opposition and were able to get the ball into good areas, and I thought they defended really well and made it difficult for us when we did get into attack too. And it's just a shame that we probably let ourselves down with a couple of set pieces at the end there, which ultimately proved the difference in the game. But I'm not sure that the scoreline was an accurate reflection of how I felt my team played.
Is it frustrating when you are creating a lot of chances, like you said in that first half, particularly very dominant, had a lot of the possession, you're creating those chances, but it's just the ball's not finding its way into the back of the net? How frustrating is that, especially in a game like this?
Yeah, probably the most frustrating aspect is that we can't take some of those chances and turn them into really big chances, which I think they need to be if you're going to score against Melbourne Victory. I mean, they're a side that's kept a lot of clean sheets this year. They've only lost a couple of games as well all season, so in another year they probably would have been premiers if Melbourne City hadn't done what they've done. So we're under no illusions that it's a difficult proposition for us, but I think we showed enough tonight to take some positive things forward with us and really turn up and give it a crack next week in Melbourne.
And what are some of those positives?
I think the way we moved the ball. I think if you looked at our game this week versus our game last week against Western United, I think we looked a lot more threatening. I think we were a lot braver in possession. We came in with a very clear game plan, and I think the players, for the most part, executed very well. We just need to probably stand up and be a little bit more physical because I think we were pushed around a bit at times tonight, and it was very clear that those moments weren't going to be called as fouls, and so we needed to be a bit stronger in those areas.
And comparing to last week, it seemed like it was perhaps a bit of a lower tempo game out there today. You were able to just control the game a little bit more and dictate the pace of play. Is that more how you want to be playing rather than the sort of end-to-end transitional stuff we saw last week? Yeah,
it certainly didn't feel like lower tempo out there, and if I had a heart rate monitor on, I'm sure my heart rate would have been quite high, but yeah, look, we think there's a number of different ways that we can play. We can move the ball well when we want to. We can be a little bit more direct when we want to. So really we think carefully about how we want to attack based on what the opposition is showing us, and we want to be adaptable and flexible as a side. So I think you saw a few different gears tonight and a few different tempo changes as well.
And Erin Healy coming on, starting again, and obviously putting in a fantastic performance. How great is it to have her back?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's just been unfortunate in the last couple of weeks of the season that we had to manage her very carefully, and we could have kept pushing a little bit longer with her tonight, but we felt like she did her job really well, and it was quite a physical game out there, like I said. So we didn't want to risk further injury or another injury to her. But she was outstanding tonight. Scored the goal and was part of a lot of our creative play going forward.
And obviously, fixture's not done. It's only the first leg. You head over to Melbourne next week. Do you see enough from this performance to think that you can really take that fight to victory away and push in and maybe make a run for the final?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, why not? That's up to the casual observer to have their own opinion as well. But certainly from my perspective, I haven't had a chance to really see the stats, but I would imagine the possession, the chances, the shots, I think everything would be quite equal. We just need to be better at defending those set pieces, and we're a good set piece side as well, and make the most of the opportunities we get as well. So I think that was quite clearly the difference in the game today, and that's unfortunate because we felt like we did enough to get something out of the game.
Obviously, there's no venue locked in just yet, but last time we went over, you played Amy Park against Victory. You lost 2-1 there, but is there any venue you'd have in mind to play at, preference?
No.
No? Just happy to play anywhere over there?
Yeah, that's nothing we can control, so wherever they schedule us to play, we're happy to play there.
And also, just on that injury with Tiana Karambassis, any update yet with her? Or
no, I haven't actually had a chance to get down into the rooms and speak to Tiana or Doc. I'd be surprised if she's available for next week, just by the way that she went down and how hard the ball hit her in the head. But we'll review it, and if she's able to play, we're definitely not worried about playing her, but we'll keep the player safety and the health of the player at the forefront of our decision making and make sure we don't do anything that risks Tiana's well-being.
I suppose just looking towards that second leg, it's now a 2-goal deficit that you have to overcome. Is there much change in the approach that you have to go to? You're going to go over there and I guess sort of make too many changes? Obviously a bit early, but I guess what is the general mindset heading towards Melbourne next week?
Yeah, our mindset is we're just going to go there and try and attack as much as we can. So I don't think the final score really matters. So we're just going to try and throw everything at them that we can. We like to be a very attacking side as well. We think that's a real strength of ours, and we trust our defenders to be put in difficult situations and manage them as best as they possibly can. And I think as a team we defended really well tonight, apart from those set pieces. So yeah, that'll be our game plan. When you're 2 goals down, you've just got to go for it, don't you? And we'll definitely do that.
And then just, I guess, looking close to home, the crowd here did grow from last week, and it shows that there is that demand here for football. I guess looking towards next season, barring I guess the only possible next home game this season could be a possible grand final. I guess what do you think is next in terms of keeping the crowd that you have today and able to, I guess, even continue playing here at Cooper Stadium, not having to ground hop around Adelaide?
Yeah, we'd love that because this is our home. We want it to be our permanent home so we can play all our matches here. But there's financial realities that come with that as well. And, you know, if our supporters want us to play here, then they've got to turn up and support us like they did today. I was actually a little surprised with the crowd figure because it certainly sounded like there was a lot more than that final number. So their support was fantastic. And to be honest, their support all season has been great. But we need to continue to grow this sport and this code for the women as well. And we're just going to do our bit by continuing to be a team that tries to play an attractive brand of football, that comes up and is really aggressive in the way that we go about things, and we're a team that all South Australians can get behind and be super proud of, and come out and support us, because I've said it many times before, but I think my players are outstanding and I think they deserve the support that they get.